Alright guys, here we are. Welcome back. Welcome to part 3, the actual cooking of the snapping turtle. So I'm going to get everything together, have it laid out, and we'll show you guys what you need to get this process started. See you in a minute. Okay guys, so you got, of course, your clean turtle. Clean as much as, get all that yellow fat off of there, and as much of the sinew and stuff as you can, but you know, it's, I cook it in a crock pot, so it doesn't really, it matters, but it doesn't matter too much because it'll be cooked low and slow and be able to fall right apart. Here's the seasonings that I like to use. This is personal taste. You can guys use whatever you want. This is what I've found that I've liked, and pepper, Montreal chicken or Montreal steak, paprika, garlic powder, salt, and then lemon. Now, first thing I do here is your crock pot, put it on low. I'm doing this, it's 12:07, midnight. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but let it cook all night. And what I do is when I pick the meat off in the morning, the bigger pieces are going to get deep fried for dinner tomorrow or whatever, and then the smaller pieces I collect from, you know, a couple turtles, and that's what I make my soup out of. So what we're doing here is the first step in getting that turtle soup in the fried turtle. So what you're going to want to do here, crock pot, obviously, chicken broth, you guys see I use the high quality, great value stuff, so put about half of it in, and then take your turtle there, neck, lots of meat on the neck, that, like that. And just add a little bit more. Okay, now once you got your turtle in here, season whatever you guys like. Like I said, I like the Montreal chicken and Montreal steak. Who doesn't like Montreal seasoning? Season liberally. And paprika. Garlic. And then just a little bit of salt, at least for right now. And then what I do, like, you want that to get all around, so kind of just stir it, well, maybe, just so it can get to those bottom pieces of meat. And then once I do that one time, I'll go back through and I'll add some more just to kind of coat everything. Lemon in half. I usually only leave one half of the lemon in there, so I'll leave the bigger half. Alrighty, and that is that. And just cook it all night on low setting, and we'll get back to you here in the morning. As for right now, I'm out of here. I'm going to bed. This is going to cook all night. Gonna be delicious. See you guys in the morning. Okay, welcome back everybody. Welcome to part 3, the final video of the snapping turtle, the catch and cook. Today we're actually going to cook it. The first way you're going to see is just deep frying it, the bigger pieces. So I'm going to show you what you need for your breading, you know, oil, all that good stuff. So let me get the stuff together and we'll see you outside. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is to light your grill and let the oil start heating up. and you're gonna want to use, at least I like using cast iron. So get with you in the next step here. Okay, I just used the regular Italian style breadcrumbs, and I seasoned it with a little paprika, Montreal steak, and then salt and pepper. I'm using canola oil. Nothing special about just dip it in an egg wash and throw it in the batter and shake it up, get it coated good. Nothing too special, so I didn't show you guys that. There's that. It's all ready to cook. You gotta remember, this is already cooked, so it's not gonna take long. You're just basically reheating it and to crisp that batter up on it. Alright, well, there's the finished product. Pretty simple to do, easy, and delicious. We have a taste tester here. It's gonna be pretty unbiased. Holy shit, is that hot? Here, wanna try a piece?
What's that?
Here.
Cookie?
Try a piece. Hey, is it good? Yeah? So, there you have it. Has to be good. 3-year-old says it is. Alright guys, see you at the soup part. Now we have an unbiased, well, he says he doesn't like turtle, but he's never tried it, so he's going to try it for the first time.
I want to.
Wow.
Good, huh?
It is really good.
There you have it. They're big and they're ugly, but they taste delicious. Okay, we're going to start the soup now. So what you want to do first is have water boiling for hard-boiled eggs, and you got 2 eggs. Next, you're going to want to chop an onion. You're going to want about next step, you want to have your large stock pot, and you're going to add a little bit of oil. And the recipe that I'm loosely following is it says to cook it until about 20 minutes, the turtle meat and the seasonings, but since I've already cooked it in the slow cooker, it's not going to be that long at all. So, alright, I'll get back to you once the oil heats up and we'll get everything in there. Okay, so the oil's heated up. What I'm using is this Cajun Blast, the Creole seasoning, and then I'll be using also some of this Montreal chicken seasoning. Just put that in there, let your turtle kind of warm up, heat up, you know. You don't, there's going to be some moisture coming off it because it's already been cooked, you know, but it's not raw, so you don't have to worry about making sure it's cooked completely through because it already has been. So it's basically a twice cooking method. So I'll get this seasoned and then we'll get back to you guys. Now, once your turtle meat's been in there browning, you know, warming up, whatever, you're going to add and here's my celery, onion, and bell pepper. Add that. I'll give it a stir. You just want those the onions and all the veggies to start to caramelize a little bit. So that'll take a few minutes, right? Can't put a number on it, but you just want to stir it constantly so it doesn't burn and stick, because most of that moisture did evaporate from the turtle and the oil soaked up into the meat. So we'll do this, we'll let them caramelize, and I'll be back with you. Once that's been kind of cooking down, the vegetables are getting that translucent kind of look to them. So you're going to want to add I'm using diced tomatoes, the big can, 28 ounce, So you're gonna add 3/4 of a can, all the can if you really like them. So, what the hell? Add the whole thing. Cooking is never an exact science. I know some of you are gonna argue with me on that one. But you add that, and then you're gonna add your beef broth. I use 2 of these. So you get this added here. Okay, I'm gonna add the other one. Then we're gonna let it simmer and cook for probably, I don't know, 20 to 30 minutes roughly in there. But once that happens, we'll get back to you. Alright guys, see you in a bit. One other thing, the stock is still, I need to bring it to a boil and let it simmer for a while after we added everything. But I forgot to tell you to add a couple bay leaves. And then you're also going to want to add some thyme to it. So I'm going to do that and then we'll get back to you. Okay, now what I'm doing here in this step is you have a 1/2 cup of oil and a 1/2 cup of flour. You want to add the flour a little at a time, so it all gets dissolved without becoming lumpy. So you add it very slowly. But then you cook, I don't know, 3-4 minutes, medium high heat, stirring constantly. And this is going to thicken up. And then that's going to go into the stock here once that thickens up. They say you want the consistency of like wet sand almost. So I'll get this done and we'll get back to you guys. Okay guys, now we got this made. I'm going to show you. I know the lighting's in here is horrible for this, but that's what you want. It doesn't look appetizing, but that's like, you see how it's a consistency of like wet sand or whatever you want to call it, and that light brown. It's going to have a real nutty smell to it too. It smells kind of good to me, but so once that's like that, about the right consistency, you're going to take it off your heat, and we're going to add it to the rest of the pot that's been simmering for the last 1/2 hour. Okay, now we're in the last couple steps here. I know this seems like a really long process, and it is, but it's worth it in the end. So what we're going to do now is you have to add 1 cup of dry sherry. Now I'm using a 1/2 cup because I already used the 1 cup measure. So we'll add that. Then we turn this up. You want to bring it to a boil. And then once that gets to a boil, that's when you add your Worcestershire and your choice of hot sauces. Frank's Red Hot is good for everything. So, alright guys, we'll get back to you when that's done, and hopefully that'll be about it for making the soup. You just have to add that. Yeah, this is already to a boil here, so we're gonna add the hot sauce and Worcestershire, simmer it for another 1/2 hour, and then you're done. That's it. So see you in a minute. Okay, so we are almost done. I'm tired. It's been a long day, but there's a few more things you're gonna have to add. You guys probably thought I forgot about the eggs, which I almost did. So what you're gonna do now? This has been simmering almost a 1/2 hour, about 25 minutes. So you're gonna take your lemon, and you're gonna add the juice of 1 lemon. Just like that. If you guys have a juicer, it'd probably be the way to go instead of doing it like this. Because then you're gonna have to fish out some seeds. But whatever. Like I said, it's been a long day. I'm tired. So get that seed out there. Now, we're gonna let this simmer for another 15 minutes or so, and then that's when we're gonna add our chopped up egg and then your spinach. Now, some people like to chop their spinach, you know, coarsely chop it, whatever, to take the stems off. Not me. Since I'm the only one really in this house that's gonna eat this, I'm gonna do this. Just leave it whole because that's what I prefer in my soup. So, all right, guys, almost there, almost done. I wish you guys could smell this. This smells amazing. So, all right, see you in a bit. Okay, guys, here we are, last step. Finally. Okay, we're gonna add our hard-boiled chopped up eggs. And I know the lighting isn't in here is the greatest because I had to put my 3-year-old in bed and light keeps him up. So, gonna add your egg. And give that a stir. And then we're gonna add the spinach here. Few stragglers left. Alright, and that's that. You just give it a stir around, you bring it back up to a simmer real quick just for a minute or two, then take it off heat and let it cool. Serve immediately, whatever you'd like to do. I'm gonna let it cool and go to bed because it has been a long day. So alright guys, we'll catch you in the next one. Have a good one.